Hey, it's me, Imran, Web Squadron. This is a late night show, to be honest. It is close to 10 p.m. I've just spent the last 30 odd minutes recording two quick videos because I didn't get a chance to record videos properly today. So I wanted to get them done. Mainly because the next, I think, couple of weeks, definitely the next couple of weeks, I'm going to struggle to fit in doing any extra videos because I'm going to be supporting Atareem. Hey Astral, how you doing? Just a late night one, Astral, for me. And I thought, well, I'm going to be still up for another hour or so working on some stuff in the background, so I might as well go live. And also because, hey Steve, my main man. And also because for a lot of my American audience, i.e. Astral and Steve and other people, they kind of miss out on the live chats because UK, it's perfect timing. But for a lot of the American audience, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning for a lot of people. So I just recorded a couple of videos. I'm supporting the Atareem collaborative tool with some videos. Hey, Richard, my main man. Were you watching the football, Richard? This is a late one. Hey, Ben. Yeah, so I'm only going to be here roughly for an hour while I'm working on some other stuff. Don't forget to click like on the video. And I thought I'd just go live where I'm working on stuff in the background. Yeah. I mean, how you all doing? How's your weekend been? Who's been busy? Who hasn't been busy? Hey, Yakub. Hey, Yakub, just go to bed. Seriously, you don't have to sit. One thing I do want to make clear to everyone here. So I'm going out to Steve, Astral, Richard, Ben, Yakub, everyone, and everyone else who's watching as well. If you have other important stuff to do, friends, family, eating, TV, listening to music, driving, sleeping, reading a book, working, all of these extra, even just sat there just staring at the sky in your garden, do it. I am not important. I am not important in any way, okay? So please, please, please make sure. Oh, Bradbury, I can't help it. Yeah. So what I'm going to say is, if you have other stuff to do, please do that. Please never, ever sacrifice whatever else you're doing for me, okay? But that being said, I do love it when you're all here because it's wonderful. It's wonderful to have so many amazing people. So I just did a couple of videos. By the way, I just need to share a link to all of you. Please don't forget that we do have a Facebook group now. The idea behind the Facebook group is so that if you want to continue some of the chats and stuff we do, or if you need support or help with something, you can ask the question over there. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so two videos I've just done. One of them was an extension of a video where I did 3 different ways to do an Elementor page. How do they compare to their page speed score, the DOM, the size of the page as well in kilobytes. So I did that. And then I did another video where I've kept a record of all the shit I get. Alright, so if there's any kids listening, sorry. But there's a lot of shit that gets thrown my way in terms of, I don't want to say nasty comments, but they're kind of comments which, they're a little bit like, it's almost like they're either attacking me or they're attacking the channel. So I've collected those videos, those comments, and there will be a video coming out next week called Here's My Shit. The title of the video literally will be, no, here's my shit. This is my shit. What do you think? What should we call it? Here's my shit. This is my shit. What the shit? What should we call it? Give me some ideas. Wow, Bradbury. Browsing Reddit. Who the hell browses Reddit? I suppose it depends on the topic. Are you browsing on a particular topic for Reddit, though? Are you browsing on a particular topic? Not sure what's going on here. So I've got a meeting with someone tomorrow and he's added me as a collaborator. I'm not sure how I would collaborate on this because I don't have a login. How would I log into that? I'll speak to him tomorrow about it. Anyway, yeah, and so please don't also forget that we do have our mastery modules that are now available on our website, websquadron.co.uk. Steve, if you're still watching, great to see you using Printful and following our video. So Steve, who was on the chat earlier, he watched our video on oh, by the way, why am I pointing here? The mastery modules, websquadron.co.uk, all right? Business, marketing, planning, analytics, our stash, how we do things. Please do go along and join in with that. So, I forgot what I was saying. Printful, that's it. Steve followed our Printful video, and it was great to see him setting up products on his website. And if you haven't tried Printful for print on demand, you're missing out. It is so easy to use. Because I know loads of people, they're like, oh, I want to do print on demand for t-shirts or merchandise. And the Printful was like super, super easy. Super easy. So I'm liking these comments. I'm liking this. The shit bit. Gallbladders. Is that what you're looking at on Reddit? From the back end. No, I can't use that one. Ben, I can't use that. Can't use that. Doing shit. Say it. 7 levels of shit. It's actually 10 levels, Bradbury. There's 10 things I'm covering off. So there's a top 10. It isn't really a top 10. It's just 10 I did. It's not really a top 10, but it's 10. The shit bit. And it's basically where I'm just going to cover off 10 things. In fact, I'll give you a preview. One of the things that I get guess what is one of the things that gets says to me a lot. It's either on the YouTube videos or, hey Indapri, are you okay, my friend? It's either on the videos, YouTube comments, or I get a direct message and I just laugh. Guess what they say? Guess what they say? Guess what it says? Guess what it is? Indapri, get to bed, my friend, get to bed. They say, I talk too much. I talk too much. So this is where I've done a video that might be 5 minutes long and I'm explaining things and explaining what I'm doing. And they say, you talk too much. In fact, you know what Richard, for those of you that are watching, because I know you guys, Richard, I don't know if you've watched it yet, but I did a video on bricks. When did I do it? I think I did it on Monday. I released it on Monday, bricks, the video. Someone commented today on it and went, you talk too much. I replied back with, your point is? Because that bricks video, I can tell you now, I was not talking bullshit. I was not messing around when I did that video. I did that video properly. What is bricks? How do you install it? How do you use it? What are the features? What are the functions? How does it compare to Elementor? Page speed score, optimization, ding, 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 ding. And this person literally wrote as a comment, you talk too much. And I was like, seriously, this video wasn't even me talking crap. This was me talking about bricks. And they were like, you talk too much. And I just thought, and I get that a lot. I get that a lot. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I need to learn sign language. How would you say Elementor in sign language? Would you just go like that? Anyone here know anyone who knows sign language? How would you say elemental in sign language? Like that? Elemental? Like with a circle? How would you do it? So you have a circle. I can't even get my fingers in. How would I do the 3? I can't even do it. How would you do it? To be honest, Bradbury, I feel like, you know what? We have so many, armchair keyboard warriors, don't we? Who are going to attack everyone and anyone. In fact, one thing that I don't like is, you know, sometimes on the Elementor Facebook group or other places, someone puts on an image of their website and they're saying, what do you think? And even if I don't like the website, even if I think it looks really crap, rather than saying this looks really crap, what I try and do is say, maybe you need to think about your padding. Maybe you need to think about your page speed score or your images or your wording. There's too many font styles. On your hero banner, you got 5 different font styles. Your headers are all different sizes. Your buttons, you're missing the consistency. Think about that. If you try and give them what I call is good, constructive comments, rather than saying your website shit kind of thing, that is better. Because there's been a few people on the Elemental Facebook group who regularly, they just literally go on and go, your website's crap. Do you even know what you're doing? Do you even understand this? How long have you been building websites? And they kind of they missed the point about, they missed the point of what being helpful really is. Do you know what I mean? So, it's a bit like, imagine you work in a shop, right? Imagine you work in a shop, a supermarket, right? And people are continuously asking you, where's the eggs? And the eggs, the eggs are always in the same place in the shop. They're literally there. There's the egg. They are literally there. But people are always asking you, where are the eggs? Hey, Anthony, where are the eggs? Always asking every day, 20 people, where are the eggs? They're right there. You're not going to turn around and say to them, find it yourself, are you? I don't know. Open your eyes. Are you blind? You're not going to say that, are you? Customer service, right? You will go, yeah, they're just over there. No matter how many times someone says that to you, they're over there. Just like when a client says to you, what's hosting? What's a domain? You don't say to them, are you thick? You want a website? You don't know what a domain is? No, you don't do that, do you? Right? Or if a client goes, what does SEO stand for? You're not going to laugh at them. No, you're going to say to them, SEO stands for search engine optimization. And you'll explain the importance and Google and keyword and all of that, right? That's what you're going to do. But there's too many people on the Elementor Facebook group and other forums, right? The minute someone says something like, what's the difference between margin and padding? How does my website look? What is the best theme to use? Hello or Astra, whatever. There's always a load of people that come on and go, Google it. And I don't like that. Mainly because I know what it's like to be in a meeting room, right, with loads of people, and someone in the meeting goes, yeah, and we need to do the C57. And everyone in the room nods their head. What the hell is the C57? What is the C57? And are you brave enough to say, what's the C57? Or do you just sit there in silence because you know that if you ask, everyone in the room is going to look at you and go, the C57, dude, don't you know it? Everyone knows what the C57 is. Are you stupid or something? Do you know what I mean? You ever worked in an environment or an office atmosphere in anywhere like that? And when you ask a question because you genuinely don't know, you are scared to ask because of the feedback you're going to get. So when people ask questions on the Facebook groups or wherever, I sometimes see some questions and I sit there going, how do they not know that? But you hold it in. You hold it in, right? That's why I kind of C57. It's not even a real thing, by the way. You hold it in, and rather than lashing out and saying, go and search and Google it, just a little bit of help. Because you know what? We've all been there, right? We've all been there, right? And we've all had someone laugh at us and make us feel that small. And I prefer to just help them out. Oh, we went all serious there, didn't we? Just reading the comments. Yep, so something that I was meant to do, actually, which I haven't had a chance to do, was in fact, I'll share it on screen. In our sharing our stash module, which is over here, which is the mastery modules. Go over, click it, you get here. This at the moment has loads of documents that we share out with you that we use. I'm going to expand on this and actually put a checklist for what you need to think about when you decide to do a WooCommerce website for yourself or for a client. It probably won't cover everything, but it will cover a load of stuff that I think a lot of people overlook. A lot of people overlook certain things. Like questions you should be asking your client. And I released a video yesterday on that, WooCommerce. Please go and watch it, okay? Because I really think a lot of people missed a trick on it. You know when your client or someone says, I want a WooCommerce website. Not WooCommerce. They don't say that, do they? I want a WooCommerce. They never say WooCommerce. They tend to say, hi, I want an e-commerce website because I'm an entrepreneur, right? And you kind of go, you mean shop website, right? Often they assume that you're going to know all the answers to things that actually they need to be telling you. So go watch my video yesterday, right? But I want to put a checklist together and sort of shove it in there. B-52s. Well, they were, was the B-52 the bomber plane? Is the B-52 the bomber planes? I think that's the bomber planes, isn't it? The C-57 does not exist, okay? It was basically me thinking of a C5 explosive, and I went C57, C57, C57. Anyway, yeah, I mean, the business planning one, right? Basically covers off some of the stuff that I wish. So Mark Newman and me, you know, with the business, with the directors of Web Squadron, there's stuff in there that I wish that me and Mark had known and considered at the time, because it would have stopped us making some mistakes as well, and learning curve and all of that. Ah, yes! Love Shack, baby. C60, C9B. It is a bomber, yes. You're right, Steve. You're right. Just then I had doubt in my head. You're right. It is the band and it is the bomber plane. That's what I was thinking. Do you know what, right? I still feel like the unfortunate thing about the B-52 band is I think they're only ever known for the Love Shack song and the Flintstones. When they did the song for that. Most people, when they think of B-52, they'll either think of the Love Shack song or the Flintstones tune they did. God, that's going back a long time, isn't it? When was that? 1990 what? 4? Cool, that's a long time ago, right? What was it? 94, 93 even, maybe? That's going back an age and a half, isn't it? It's around about the time that Mr. Blobby got to #1 in the UK. That was 93, I think, with Blobby. No, hold on. No. Yeah, it was. I think it was 1993 Mr. Blobby got to number 1. Some of the shit you remember, right? Yeah, so tomorrow I've got a really heavy day with things I need to get on with. So I was mapping out my plan for how I'm going to approach the Atrim videos. In fact, where did I write it? Where have I written it? Here we go. So just sorting out. Some of you are now going to play that back and try and pause and read it. Just sorting out my roadmap for how I'm going to approach the Atrim videos for collaboration. You know what? The more I learned about it, the more I was like, wow, this is an amazing tool that you could use in this agency and stuff like that. Hey, Life Skills, how are you? How are you doing? 94, there you go. Got it wrong. So it was 94, Richard. See, Richard is my auditor. My auditor. No, you're not late. I just went live about 30 minutes ago, I think. Might have been less than that even. I was, rather than going to sleep, because my son went to bed, and I thought, right, I'm not tired. Let me just crack out 2 videos, get them recorded, and I can edit them later. And then I can just double check a few things so I'm ready for tomorrow. I'm doing okay, by the way. I'm doing fine. I've got to write just down here, edit, not edit, oh damn, what have I done? Edit rant shit. Edit the rant shit video. Edit the page ×3 video, and do the woo stash document, which I'll probably do tomorrow. So here's how I like to keep track of things sometimes. Do any of you use bullet journals? So the way it works is you start with a dot, right? And then Richard, yeah, Mr. Blobby, yeah. So I start with a dot. So basically I have a list of tasks, right? You have a list of tasks. And when I start the task, I put a dot. When I've completed the task, I turn the dot into a cross with a grid. And hey Carapos, hope you're okay. And what it basically means is I can keep track of. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Just hold on a second. Hold on. Right, let me explain it. Let me explain what I do. So this is my bullet journal. Can you see that? Right? When you have a new task, you have a square. When you start the task, you do a dot. When you complete the task, you turn it into a cross. So this book, right? You see this book? This book I have had since look at the date. Look at the date there. See the date there? See the date there? The 22nd of May, 2017. 2017. It is now, it's nearly August 2022, right? It's July 2022, right? End of July. I am only up to page 24. I'm up to page 24. So in, 6 years, 5 years and a bit, I've only done 24 pages. Because this is how I manage my tasks. You see that? Look at that. Because this paper, right, if I show it to you, look at the paper. One side is lined, one side is like dots. See the dots over here? So I can basically keep a track of tasks. So this task over there with the square, I haven't started yet. This task, I've started. When a task is complete, I cross it off. So, because what I used to do before I started the bullet journal is, right, is you'd have a notebook maybe, right? And every day you would kind of redraw out what is your task list. And then you tick off some of your items. The next day you do it again. What's left to do? The next day you do it again. What's left to do? And you just go through pages and pages and pages and pages and pages. Right? The bullet journal means I can go to my list and I can see what task is not complete yet. I don't need to rewrite it out again. Right? This page... Look, I've even written it here. This page lasted me 49 weeks, 11 months. 11 friggin' months this page lasted me. This entire page lasted me 11 months. Bullet journals. Look at this book. Look at it. I've only used 24 pages so far. You can see how worn out they are. Just look at the shade of those pages. 24 pages is all I've used of this book, and I've had it since July 2017. So if anyone is going through pages and pages and pages and pages, that might help sort you out. Sorry, Ben, I just saw what you said there. Yeah, school holidays, you know, like the videos I did tonight, I normally would have done them in the daytime. And when you're looking after your son and noise and stuff, I just couldn't get it done. Yep, Richard, Google Tasks, yep. And that's why, Brad, if you are one of those people who writes down a lot of stuff on A4, I recommend, right, go and get yourself a bullet journal, right? So you have the dots, right? You got the dots, okay? The dotted paper, right? Get the dotted paper and then do the bullet journal and you will be fine. Yeah, you will be fine. Hey, but Steve, if you write down all of you write down everything you're gonna do and you draw a square next to them, leave the square empty. When you start it, then put a dot. And you now know that you've started it, you're doing that. And then the next day you just look at your list and you'll see what you haven't started and what you have started. And when you're finished with it, you put a cross like that. You know, D Generation X, DX. You know, got 2 words for you. All right? You do that. So you'll know what's done and isn't. And that is my secret. And I tell you what, when I used to work in the NHS and I'd be in meetings, often people spent more time in the meetings looking at my book and going, is that how you sort out your task? And nearly every meeting I'd have to explain to them, yeah, this is how I do it. This is how I do it. Because people, you know, these books, right? Like before I used this method, right? Books like this, I would go through a book like this every 3 months. So I would be going through 4 of these a year. Every 3 months, I'd be going through another book, another book, another book. People used to joke about this book, just how battered the cover is. You know, it's a bit worn out. Because I always had this book with me, always. And I only used 24 pages so far. Empty squares. That actually used to be one of my favourite games. You know, when you're at school or college and you are bored and you just sit there doing squares with yourself. Do you think I need to do a video on that? Do you think that will piss off like anyone who's subscribed to my channel? Who here thinks I should do a video on explaining the bullet journal approach for managing your tasks? Do you think that would go down well or not? Tell me what you think. If you don't think I should do it, I won't do it. If you think I should do it, say yeah, do it. Right, I've just got to quickly check an account for someone on something. I'm not sure how to log into this though. So someone's asked me to do something, but I'm not sure what I'm meant to do. Not sure what I'm meant to be doing here. What's the password? So I've just got to reply here. What's the... So I've just got to reply to someone about something. Got a meeting with someone tomorrow morning and they've sent me something which I think I need a password, but they haven't sent me the password. Hey Eddie, I recorded a couple of late night videos. Late night videos, that sounds dodgy, doesn't it? Late night videos. No, I just recorded a couple of videos and then I thought, while I'm just closing off a few emails and a few stuff, I might as well just go live. Also because a lot of the people from America tend to miss out on the live chats because of the timing difference. In fact, a lot of people from Australia as well, they miss out on the live chats. So I basically didn't want them to miss out. So I just quickly thought, why not go live? Oh, Carapace. Don't say that. Nice one, Steve. 4 p.m. Hey, where are you right now, Steve? Are you over at the shop or at your home? Where are you right now, Steve? But yeah, I probably will do I think I will do a video on the bullet journal because I think it's a great way of managing tasks, not just for designers and developers, but I think generally in business and stuff as well. I think it's not a bad thing to do really. So I will definitely be sharing that one out. So I'm just going to share on my screen right now. So Steve. So Steve, he's a wonderful guy, okay? But his setup, so you can see his setup, right? He's got 3 screens and he's working. And then he's got a big screen above, which I just think is amazing. And look, I'm on there. He's got me up there. He's got me up there. So that is Go on, Steve. Get a screenshot of that now. There, get that screenshot, okay? Oh, dear. Brilliant. Cool. There you go. There's my finger. Right, get it in the shot, okay? Yeah, cheers. Nice one, Steve. Nice one. I mean, that's what you call a screen, right? Can you imagine that? While you're working, you can have the screen up there. Which is what I think Steve does. So he has YouTube videos and stuff up there, which I think is a really good... I'm just going to show it off again. I think it deserves to be seen again, doesn't it? Let's just show it again. Look at that. So, you know, you got your... Let me just move myself out the way a bit there, right? I mean, look at that for a setup, right? You got your 3 screens, okay. And while you're working, you got up there as well. I think that's really cool. I think that is super cool. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Hey Eddie. Yeah, it's 10:30 for me as well over here. So I'm 1 hour behind you. Um and when you do late night ones, it's a little bit tiring, you know. By the way, if anyone is watching, please do click like. Please do click like, and obviously as well, don't forget our mastery modules as well. Okay, so if anyone wants to join up to get a bit of insight into our basically running a business and stuff like that, and tips and hints with regards to web design as well and marketing, or you just need to arrange a consultation chat, get in touch and I might reply to you or not. I mean, look at that for a setup, right? Have you seen what Steve has said? So 58-inch above and then 3 34-inch monitors below. I mean, what a killer setup that is. You know, some people would kill just to have one 34-inch monitor, right? You know, if you said to someone, hey, here's a 34-inch monitor, they'll snap your hand off. 3 bad boys, and he's got the big screen up there as well. I mean, that's like porn heaven. Hey, Catherine, how are you? Well done on your live chat yesterday. I thought it was really good, and you know it was it was great. The speed you were going through things as well. I think that was really good. You know, you were getting a lot done in a short space of time. I had to drop in and out 3 times because I was sorting out my son's tea and all of that, and he got a bit ratty about something. Steve. No, Steve. Look, whether you're old and blind, it makes no difference. I'm telling you now, 3 times 34-inch monitors. Kaboom, baby, kaboom. Yeah, so Catherine, the only reason I'm live now is I was live earlier and I just, you know, after putting Raheem to sleep, my son, I thought I'd just pop down and record a couple of videos because I didn't get a chance to do them in the daytime. I mean, while I'm closing off a few emails that have come in and stuff like that, I'm just thought I'd go live. Hey Deepanshu, where do I live? I'm in the UK. I mean, well, I'll tell you where I live. Syston, Leicestershire, UK. Yeah, it's I'll tell you what time it is now. It's 10:32 p.m. for me. It's 10:32 p.m. Do you know what? My very first computer was my Commodore 64. You know, and my very first game on there was Outrun. I think I had Outrun, Thunder something, Thunder Dancer. I can't remember what it was called now. Shinobi, I think I had. And something else, I can't remember. Anyway, Gauntlet 2, flipping heck, that was an amazing game. Don't care how shit the graphics were, but Gauntlet was an amazing game and a half. Yeah, so just finishing off some emails and stuff at the moment. I had someone email me about 3 hours ago, and they basically said they're getting a problem with their website. And then they sent me loads of details. Then they sent me another email going, not LoadRunner, no, not LoadRunner. Then they sent me another email like half an hour ago going, so where are you with it? Have you sorted it out? And I'm thinking, what makes you think I'm going to go into your website, sort out your problem with page speed, do a full advisory and a breakdown of what your problems are for free? For free. Amstrad. Do you know what? I can't even remember what the Amstrad CPC 464 looked like. No, I know what it looks like, but I don't know which one that one. Was that the one with the green graphics? Because I remember a friend of mine had that, and we used to play, oh God, what was the games? damn it, I can't remember the game now. You know the one where you oh, flipping heck, I can't remember now. It's the one where you have loads of blocks and you're moving. You're basically moving and the ball is bouncing like that. And the ball, you got to move and the ball bounces and knocks off the blocks. Bing! What's that game called? No, not Frogger. What was that game called? It goes like that. You know, it moves along and the ball comes down and you got to move. You know, if the ball's coming, you got to go like that. So it goes ding, ding. Then you got to go ding like that. What was that called? What was that called? What was that game called? I can't remember what it was. Arkanoid. I think it was Arkanoid. Might have been Breakout. I can't remember. No, not Pong. Not Pong. It was on the Amstrad. It might have been Arkanoid. And it was green. You know, you had like a black screen and it was green. Everything was green on the Amstrad, wasn't it? You only think back to those days, what it was like. You know, like the graphics. Ping pong. No, I think it was Arkanoid. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I can't remember now. I don't know. Let's forget the name. The name's irrelevant. The name's irrelevant. But yeah, so this person, I haven't replied to them. I'm not even going to bother replying to them. Just because I can't be asked. Barst? I can't be asked. So they email me problem with their website. But then email me loads of other stuff about it. And then they email me going, have you sorted it out? Like, it's pretty obvious from the email and what I know about the person that they're not going to pay jack shit. But they expect me to probably give up an hour of my time for free. And no. I'm really sorry, but no. You know, if they posted it on the Elementor Facebook group and there was me and other people trying to help them out, then, you know, maybe. You know, maybe. I mean, the games back then, right, you know, I did have the E.T. Go Home game for the Spectrum. Not the Spectrum, the Atari. I did have the Atari, what was it, 2600? Or 720? What, I don't know whatever it was called now, the Atari. I had the E.T. Go Home. Right? And has anyone played the E.T. Go Home? I remember putting it on and I thought, what the hell is this game? It made no sense. Because you had like, I remember you had two blocks. You had like your character and you went like this. And it made no sense. It was like, at first I thought it was like Pac-Man, but it wasn't like Pac-Man. And it made no sense at all. The E.T. Go Home game. Did anyone ever have that game? I had it. You had like two squares, and then it was almost like the track was like a figure of eight, you know, just geometric. And you had your character, and it made no sense what the game was. I thought it was like Pac-Man, and it wasn't. Yep, and I remember reading about how someone discovered it, didn't they? Someone actually dug up and discovered just how a pile of these ET games, because they were that bad. And I just can't believe it. Hey Pez, how you doing? For anyone who hasn't joined yet, we do have a Facebook group now, okay? And the Facebook group is to basically continue with the community and everything we do. If you got questions that maybe other people want to answer, preferably about WordPress, all right? Not about your life, okay? No props, Pez. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know what the reason was. All I remember is the game was just a disaster. An absolute disaster. But yeah, it was probably, It was one of the worst games I'd ever played, I recall, at that time. I was just like, could not work out for life or death for me what was the point of it. But Gauntlet 2, here's my memory of Gauntlet 2. I got a younger brother, right? So me and him are playing Gauntlet 2, and I'm pretty sure we got up to like level 90 something, right? I can't remember what characters we were, but we're playing Gauntlet 2. And we got to level 90 something. And if you remember, in Gauntlet 2, you obviously fight the little sprite monsters and whatever, but you have to get a key. And every time you get a key, you can unlock, you can go through a wall, can't you, to get to the exits or whatever. I remember we got to level 90 something, and my brother got the key. And then he went to the wrong wall, and I told him don't go there. And he went and touched the wall and used his key on a dead end. We literally got to level 90 something. We're playing for ages on this game. And there was only one key, and he used the key on a dead end. And I was livid. I was so livid. Never played Gauntlet 2 again with him. In fact, I don't think I ever played Gauntlet 2 again. I was so peeved off. You get to level 90 something, and he used the key. I always used to say to him, I'll get the key so I can look at it carefully. He went and got it and used it on a dead flipping end. Doesn't surprise me at all, dead end. I remember 123 Lotus. I remember in 1994. No, not 1994. Yeah, it was 94, 95, somewhere around then. And we were doing our, during our GCSE years, we were doing our computer skills stuff. And I remember using the Lotus 123. And I remember where you have like a cell and it goes, type in 10. Now type in another 10 in another cell. Now do add equals 20. Do you know what I mean? I used to, I've had every PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, got the 5 now. I love my Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I did play 11, by the way, which was the online version. I didn't like it. PlayStation Final Fantasy 14 is better, but yeah. I prefer Warcraft when it comes to online games and stuff like that. But not anymore. I think in the last 2 years, the only game I've played in the last 2 years is Uncharted 4 and Final Fantasy 7, the remake. They're the only... Oh, and Elder Scrolls. I did quite a bit of Elder Scrolls as well online. But I just don't get the chance now. It's my son. He plays on the PlayStation 5 now. It's him. He just owns it. I pay the bill and his subscriptions and his other shit. But I don't have time now. I'm not really a football playing person, I have to be honest, Eddie. I get a bit bored of playing football games. I like online shooters. When I know I'm good at it. Sometimes I hate them because you just die all the time, but online shooters. But I love playing role-playing games like the Final Fantasy games. Epic stuff. And the Uncharted games. Amazing games, amazing graphics, amazing stories. I love it. Adulting. I think what Steve means is being an adult, not... Adulting sounds a bit naughty. Adulting. But yeah, I don't really get a chance to play any games anymore, really. Just don't have the time. And it's I'll be honest with you, when I go, after I finish this chat and I finish off this email as well and I go to bed, I'll be in bed for an hour on my phone, probably even 2 hours. Sometimes I'm on there for 3 hours. Because in the daytime, I don't actually get a lot of time to do anything but work. So there'll be web design work. There'll be clients' work. There'll be Steve. There'll be work. There'll be emails. There'll be building stuff. There'll be videos, editing videos, planning stuff, the live chats, looking after my son, food, all of that as well. Go out for a walk. So early in the morning, I might be in bed for half an hour when I wake up, checking my messages, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, emails, YouTube comments. Late at night, I'm doing the same thing again. And then also late at night, I might be investigating a problem. Maybe a client wants something and I'm not sure, so I've got to look up solutions. Maybe it's a bit of code, like a code snippet. Hey, Ibrahim, how you doing? I'm doing... By the way, Ibrahim, I'm not going to be doing a... just to let you know, Ibrahim, I'm not doing a review of any websites because it's pretty late, so I'm not doing it this evening, all right? Won't be doing it because it's late now. Doing all that stuff. Eddie says, what about my wife? Yeah, my wife works as well, you see, so she's at work, she comes home, she takes over looking after the son sometimes, so I get a bit more time. But life, innit, juggling. Like, I don't get to spend a lot of time in the garden at the moment, so she does a lot of that at the moment, bless her. But so late at night is when I'm kind of researching, looking into things. What's happening with Star Wars or Marvel or Disney Plus? What's happening in the movie industry? What's happening with technology? What's happening with Apple or stuff? What's happening in the news, politics, sports, Liverpool Football Club? So my days merge into my nights, and the only time I switch off is when I'm asleep. That's the only time. And that's why I'm very selective of the people I work with. So, Steve, I hope you're listening, but I only work with people I really want to work with, and I feel like we connect. When I feel like we connect, I want to work with them. I only work on websites where I believe in the business and the industry, and I want to work with them on it. I don't work on websites or people or take on any jobs where I have a bit of doubt of, am I going to get on with them? Are we going to click? Is it going to feel like they're telling me what to do and there's no respect for one another? Is there like, do we have a different roadmap for how to get from A to B? So that I know that when I go sleep, I can go to sleep without stressing myself out. And that is how it should be. Don't you agree, Steve? That's how it should be. So believe it or not, and by the way, Steve, don't discuss finances or anything like that, okay? Because that's just between you and me. Steve is my client. Steve Dinwiddie is my client, right? In fact, if I show you here, right? You see this website down here with the buggy and the green screen? That's what we built for him. And we still continually work with each other as well. So I'm not just saying this because Steve's on here, but I say this quite a lot in other live chats, is we don't work with people or on websites if we don't feel like we click, we connect, we share the passion, we understand the business. We know that we might not achieve everything, but we can achieve more than nothing, if that makes sense. Yeah. Nice one, Steve. Exactly, Pez. Because you know what? We've been there. We've been there where we worked with people and I was going to swear then, but we flipping regret it, because what can happen is sometimes, and even though Steve is a client, Steve will understand this, because there'll be occasions where Steve has to provide a service to people as well. And they feel like that because they've paid you, they own your life, right? Just because they've bought something off you or commissioned you, they feel like, I own you. You will do what I say when I say. And that's just not... rather than it being like a supplier-provider relationship, I prefer it to be a partnership. Because if you do something to help a client or a business out with their website, that's good for them, that's good for you. for your credentials, for your reputation as well, and word of mouth. So right now, even though it's like close to 5 p.m., Steve, tonight, is in Missouri, America, is going to go out there and knock on every door to get his business. Yeah, exactly, Carapaz. It's not worth the money, the stress is all that. Steve comes up with the crazy ideas, and I sit there going, what the hell? How are we going to do this? How do we work this out? And by the way, Steve, without sharing details, the shipping one, I still need to have a bit of a think about that, okay? I still need to have a bit of a think about that. I had a solution, and I realised, nah, it's not going to work very well, so we still need to have a think about that. Hey, Mel. Sorry, Mel, I just saw your name there. I missed it earlier. How are you doing? And by the way, if anyone's wondering why we live right now, it's just because I was working on a bit of stuff this evening and I thought, hey, might as well just go live. Why not? You know, because I can carry on working in the background and we can have a bit of a late night chat, or a late night chat for me. It might be early evening or super late for some people. Well, yeah, I mean, look, one of the stories, I'm just reading on what I've got here. Sorry, Mel's asked a question. Let's just have a look at that. Generate blocks or quickly or green shift. What will happen if I want to switch to Spectre Pro? Right, Mel, if you're building your posts in the classic Gutenberg or WordPress, your posts will be fine. If, however, you switch from generate blocks, or, you know, if you switch to generate blocks or quickly or anything, technically, if your posts are built in WordPress as a post, they should be fine, right? It's like when you have Elementor. Your post is just a post. Nothing fancy. Words, title, words, images. Nothing fancy. Your Elementor single post template handles the fanciness. Now, my tip to you, Mel, is make a backup, right? Download your website as well with all-in-one migration, so you got 2 backups, and then switch. So if it F's up or goes wrong, you can reload a backup, all right? So make sure you got backups before you do anything like that. Hey, Dave, I know, wet the bed. Do you know what? I might have done. No, I'm only going to be live for another 5 minutes, by the way, everyone. It was just, I was doing some late night working day, videos, emails had come in and some stuff. So I thought I might as well just go live, but I'm only going to be live for 5 more minutes. If I'm honest, Ibrahim, right, I will probably stay loyal to Bertha, and here's why. Bertha have helped me to build up my profile by getting me to do videos for them. And number 2, I use Bertha every day. How many of you here have noticed how many social media posts I do every day? How many of you have noticed how many social media posts I do? By the way, I like SiteGround as well, I have to say. I do like SiteGround. But how many of you have noticed how many social media posts I do every day? How many of you have noticed? Especially in the last 5 days. How many of you have noticed? Give me a hell yeah if you've noticed. Oh yeah, Pez. I've mentioned it to them, okay. See, Eddie's probably a better one to explain Spectra blocks, because I have very little understanding of that. Yeah, so Ben, you've noticed. I did a video, I think, last week over LinkedIn. No, not LinkedIn, social media posting. So basically what I do is, in the morning, you know when I turn my machine on, before I look at emails, before I do, because I've already looked at my emails when I'm in bed, you know, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, I've looked at all my emails, answered, decided, yeah, blah, 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 whatever. I've decided what I'm doing. When I then turn on my machine, The first thing I do is I open Bertha AI in one of my test websites, and I open Publer.io, which is my social media posting platform, right? And then what I do is some of my posts I write just from the top of my head, and I schedule them. And some of them I use Bertha AI to help me write the post. I put in one line for a topic, and it generates all the words for me. I don't even have to paraphrase because it's not going on a blog. It's just a social media post. I don't care. When it's a blog post, you need to paraphrase because Google don't like it if you just use AI. They can detect that. So you got to change the words a bit. But social media posts, who cares? So I do in 20 minutes, I probably sort out 10 social media posts for the day. And I then schedule them in. So I might say, right, this post is going to go out at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, half 11, half 12, half 1, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I just do that. And then that means my social media posts are done for the day. Don't have to think about it. And if you can get into the mindset of doing that every morning, right, when you turn your machine on, like Steve, right, Buggies, you got social media platforms, you've got your social media. Get your social media posts done, right? You don't have to do 10, 2, 3, 5 is okay. I do 10 because I always have a lot to say, don't I? I'm sharing a video. I'm sharing our mastery modules. I'm sharing our merchandise. I'm sharing a post about WordPress security. I'm sharing a post about SEO or something. Get them out there. Then it's done. It's done. Then I crack on with, right, because I tell you now, by the time I've got up, by the time I've got ready and sorted my son out or whatever, maybe an hour's passed, and I turn my machine on, I will have a shitload more emails, Facebook messages. Like right now, I have not looked at my Facebook in the last 20 minutes. It's open here. And I've now got 7 new notifications. And some of them are actual message. Well, some of them are actual commenting towards me. So I've now got to respond to some of them. Some of them are a bit... yeah, look, some of them are... Yeah, look, like some of them are comments and stuff I got to respond to. To be honest about Ibrahim, go and look at... Okay, look. All right, Ibrahim, let me show you, okay? Go and watch this video, right? Let me show you. You need to go and watch this video. Okay? You need to watch this video. Let me show you a video, right? Let me get you the video. And you need to watch this video. Right, Ibrahim? So here you go. Here you go, right. So Bertha plus social media posting. Right? Go watch that. Go watch that. And just watch how quick I generate my post. Right? Just watch how easy and quick it is. And when you do that, oh yeah, sorry, Eddie, Steve, I just noticed you wanted to join the group. Oh, Catherine as well. Sorry, guys. See that? I wasn't even... So one of the requests was to let you guys into the group. So sorry about the delay there, all right. It's done. It's done. It's quick. It's easy. It's elephant.co.uk. No, it's not. So it's quick and easy to do. And when you've got your social media done, your mind, you don't have to think about it now. So you've done your advertising, you've done your messages. You will have noticed that not all of my posts are about the mastery modules or about the merchandise or about this video. Some of my posts, like I did one about how we need to help each other out more. I did one about mental health, how we need to reach out and think a bit more. I did one about collaborating more. I did one, another one today, which was about Why do I work hard? Why do I work hard? Because that is what connects. I know some people who only ever post about their business. Come and buy this, come and buy this, come and buy this. They only ever post about my latest video. They only ever post about our latest offer. They never ever post about them. Who are they? You know, they never ever do that. I did a post today about my scheduling. I even put a photo of that up. I put a photo of that up. You don't need to know that, but I'm letting you know that this is what I'm up to. I put up a social media post about how I was not going to record any videos today. It's gone now. It's gone now, but I had a cold sore. I had a giant cold sore. It wasn't a giant. I just had a cold sore. And I said, oh, look, I can't do any videos today. Luckily, it went down after half an hour, so I didn't really need to do a social media post about it. But I did it to just show you that I'm real. I'm a human being. And sometimes people are more likely to connect with you. They might want to work with you. They want to get to know you. Sometimes they already know you. How many people do you follow on there? Like I put photos on there about me and my son. He comes in the live chats. Right? So your social media posts, don't just make them about your business. Make them about you as well. Now, if you've got a blog, it might just need to be about the niche, the basis of the blog. Right? Like Eddie, your website, right, and your Facebook group, you're only going to do blog posts about the business and what you're doing, right? Hey, Arnold. But if you're going to do social media posts, they can be about your business. They can be about your offers. They can be about what you're doing. It can be about your holiday. It can be about your family. It can be about what you're eating. Maybe you're chilling out. Maybe you're gardening. Your health. What are you drinking? Pepsi Max. Because that is how you connect. Right? You will want to work and get to know people much more when you know that, hey, you know what? They're on my wavelength. That made me laugh. That made me cry. That made me question reality. And that is the one thing about social media that does not get spoken about a lot. Everyone goes on about, take fancy photos and post, right? Let us be brutally, hey Imran, let's be brutally honest here, okay? And I don't mean to be sexist here, but unless you're a very attractive person, whether you're male or female, right, and you've got a killer bod, okay, sometimes some social media outlets just aren't going to work for you in the same way as it works for others where their posts go viral. And sometimes, unless you put on a comment that is very disruptive and controversial, again, you won't go viral. But that is not the intention. If you're trying to grow as a business, what you really want to be doing is putting out regular posts about you, your business, but about you as well. Yeah? Don't be afraid to put your face out there. Don't be afraid to just share your life. Right, just share your life. Exactly, Eddie. Exactly. And I've noticed that. And you know what? The more you do it, the more you get used to it. The first time you use it, you're like, oh, should I mention on there I'm going out to eat? And you feel a bit like, oh, why am I telling the world? You know, just do it. Someone might like it. Someone might share it. Someone might comment on it. Someone might want to talk and converse with you. Right? Anyone that hasn't joined, don't forget we've got a Facebook group, okay? The worst thing that can happen is we kick you out the group. But that won't happen, all right? That won't happen. The thing is, though, Ibrahim, you've said, what benefits our customers get from our content? Well, think about this. Anyone who works with me is going to know that I'm a real person. And they're going to get a bit of an understanding of who I am. I know lots of people on LinkedIn, they only ever post I've designed another website. That's all they ever post. I've designed another website. I've designed another website. And I sit there going, well, so have 1,000 other people. But who are you? Who are you? And if I was going to work with you, do I know you? Do I feel you? I don't mean feel you as in feel you, all right? I don't mean that. Hey, Eddie, look, I need to shut down as well in a bit as well. You know, I need to shut down as well in a bit. Imran, I prefer rank math. Without a shadow of a doubt, I prefer rank. Have you seen my rank math video, by the way? Have you seen my rank math video, Imran? Hey, Pez, don't delete LinkedIn. Keep it. It will come in handy one day for you, right? I'm telling you now, just keep it, right? Don't get rid of it. Let me just get this video for Imran. Right, here is the... Right, here you go. Right, so the full rank math. And what's great about this video, Imran, sounds like I'm saying my name, is I do also cover off my homepage as well. So how did I get the score up to like 100 or whatever it was on the homepage as well? So please go and watch it. The last 20 minutes of that video, how I did on my... Yeah, watch it, the last 20 minutes. Rank math is much better than Yoast. So Pez, when people do that to me, right, I don't reply to them. In fact, I sometimes block them. As soon as anyone does that to me, I block them. Because I don't do it to others. Right? I might connect with someone. I've got an itch on my nose. I don't know why I've got an itchy nose. Maybe I've got a cold sore on my nose. When I connect with someone on LinkedIn and they connect with me, I don't then send them a message. Hey, I'm a web designer. Do you want a website? Special offer. We'll do it for you right now. I don't do that. I look out for their LinkedIn posts. And if they do a post that I connect with, I like it. I might make a comment. I might share it. And that is how you nurture relationships. The thing is though, Pez, I get quite a few as well. And you know what? I just ignore them. Block them. Ignore them. Ignore them. Right? Hey, Stacey. Good to have you here. Yeah, go on, Stacey. Ask for it. By the way, Stacey, you don't have to ask for permission, right? Just go on. Put it down. Just tell me what's your thoughts. Let me know what you are thinking. I've just got to quickly check that someone has asked me a question that I need to just double check on here. Christopher, I don't know if you're still here yet, but Fifine microphone from Amazon. Someone's asked me a question about what microphone I'm using. It's from Amazon, and it's a dynamic microphone. Just saw your photo, by the way, Catherine, if you're still on here. Nice, I like that. Just quickly going to check a few comments on here. Just give me a moment. I've just got to answer a comment. Someone's made a comment. What? Yep, the video is done with... I did a tutorial on filters for blogs, and my video is built with Elementor, and I shared the video with someone, and the person has now come back and said to me, does that work with Elementor? Well, my video was with Elementor. I was using Elementor in the video for the blog filter. So the question about does it work with Elementor is a bit... What? You know, like what? Of course it works. Right, back to Stacey. Yeah, Ibrahim, some clients have come to us from LinkedIn. Right, Stacey, social media posts on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Does that mean you put 4 posts a month on your social media pages? Yes. Sorry, yes. Yeah. So I had to read that again. Yeah, sorry, yes. So in a care package, if they go for the SEO one, what we would do is, if you went for that, is we would put it on our social media. So we might create a post, or we might share a product, or we might share the business, and we're like, what is the business about? We might share it and go, if anyone is looking for XYZ, have you considered this company? But we only do 4 of them a month. So what that means, is just to explain that then, Stacey, 4 a month means you could do 1 a week. And because we use Publer, let's say on Monday we did a post that would go to Facebook, Insta, Twitter, LinkedIn, 2 hours, but it would go on Monday once, and then the following Monday we do another one and another one. So we're not doing 4 times 4, which is 16. It's 1 post, and the post goes to our 4 accounts like that, and that's all we would do. That's what we would do for them. So let's say we agreed, okay, every Wednesday, because we do 4, so 1 a week, we'll do a post, and we decide what we're going to do, and we put it out there. But we decide what goes out there. By the way, I must add that. We don't put their words, because it's going on our social media. We decide the wording we're going to use on there. Does that make sense, Stacey? And the reason why we do it on ours is because a lot of businesses out there, they don't have an audience. They're not even on LinkedIn. They've just started on Instagram. They've just started on Facebook or whatever. They haven't even got a proper Twitter account or whatever. So we're giving them a little push. Now, there is no guarantee that when we do a social media post for them, that there is going to be any pickup. Never ever make a guarantee. Never say, well, you do this, you're going to have loads of people come rushing in to follow you. It doesn't work like that. So never ever say, this is going to generate a huge amount of interest. What it will do is potentially get them an impression. What you can't guarantee is the click. There might be an impression. Is there going to be a click? We don't know. But what you're doing is just helping them get out there. And the only reason we put that in was because, and by the way, you don't have to follow what we did. You could take it out. I mean, some of our prices in the care package are flipping high, aren't they? But we allow you to kind of price it up your way. But what we did with our pricing, though, is kind of show you how it's very easy to offer a basic care package, but if you're going to do anything more, you got to price up. Don't say, yeah, for $10 extra we do your social media posting, because $10 is undervaluing your time. Because if you're going to do SEO, you got to think about keywords. You got to refine the keywords. You might need to change something on their homepage because of the keywords. That's worth more than an extra $10 a month. So think about your time. Yeah, think about your time. So our LinkedIn profile, yeah. If you look at my LinkedIn profile, I can even, it's kind of optimized, I think, for web designers, yeah, or web design in a way. Well, Stacey, if they want to take care of their social media, just explain to them that when they say they're going to take care of it, if they're fine to do that, fine. In fact, Stacey, here's my tip. You know when you have the first phone call or the meeting with the client, get an idea for mention it and see what they say. And if they say we'll handle it ourselves, then when you work out the care package, you take that line out. You take the line out. It's a Word document. You can delete it. Okay. So what you do is oh, hold on, I've misread your question. What if they want you to take care of their social media? That is a dangerous one, okay? Because if you have to take care of their social media, are you... Yeah, sorry, I'll answer it now properly. If you're going to handle their social media, you're going to do the posting. Are you going to manage who they follow as well and connect with? Are you also going to reply to direct messages? That's a lot to handle on top of your own social media. So what I would do is two things. You either price it up massively to handle that, because, come on, you'll be doing this as a full-time thing. Or you find a virtual assistant who will handle it for you, who will handle managing their social media. You will pay them, but then you will add on a bit profit for you as well. So you're hiring a third party to do it, but you got to think hard about this, right? I know people that go, yeah, we'll do your social media for $50 a month. You're handling the posts, the creation of the posts, the artwork. You'll have to do it regularly, whenever they want. You're going to have to handle who they follow and connect with. You're going to have to handle all the private messages and replies. You are now handling a lot of stuff on top of your own website and your social media. And what if you do 10 of them? You decide to manage 10 social media profiles. You are going to get confused and it will affect your web design agency work massively. I know, Pez, there's people literally say, yeah, $50 a month, we do all that for you. And I sit there going, I don't think so. $50 a month, that gets you half an hour of my time, if that. Right? So, sorry, just reading an email that someone sent, which was like a bit stupid. But yeah, so, yeah, I'm glad that makes sense, Stacey, because like, you know what? Yeah, exactly. $50 a month, that doesn't even get you half an hour of my time. But there's people out there that say that, and I sit there going crazy. They just, that's the race to the bottom. But like I said, imagine you got 10 clients, and you, on top of your own social media accounts, you're now handling all of their shit. And imagine what happens when you get to Valentine's Day and Christmas Day and every other day, and they all want to do Christmas posts, and you are now you're like that. Do you know what I mean? So if anyone ever said to me they want that, I'd go, do you know what I would say if anyone said to me they wanted that? I'd go, yeah, okay, $3,000 a month. You pay $3,000 a month, we'll sort you out. And they won't want to do that. Because I tell you what, when you start to get messages coming through on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and Instagram, it becomes a bit of a minefield, doesn't it? Becomes a bit of a minefield. Exactly, Pez. And to be honest, you could easily find a virtual assistant. The trouble is, though, do you trust that virtual assistant? It's got to be someone you know and trust to do. Or someone, even if you don't know them, you trust them to get on with it and do it. Because if they don't deliver, word of mouth will get out and you lose the business. Do you know what I mean? So you have to be really clear on what you do, what you won't do, how often you're going to do it, who creates the artwork. Do you create the artwork? Are you going to have the same image go everywhere? Are you going to do a separate image for LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter? Do you know what I mean? And so it becomes it starts to become very, very specific. Just double checking something for someone. So I've just got to take a screenshot of something for someone. Yeah, I am going to cut the live in about 2 minutes, I think, because actually we've been live for... How long have we been live? How long have we been live? Are we even live? Are we live? Yeah, we're live. Why can't I not see the live? There it is. Hold on, I've just got to do something here. Sorry, I've just got to do something. Just bear with me. I've just got to get a screenshot of something here. A full page screenshot. Right, got it. Save image. Save it to there. Cool, got the screenshot. We've been live for 1 hour 27 minutes. I thought I'd only go live for about 30. But yeah, you know, Fiverr's not a bad market as well. Just make sure you know who you're working with, as long as they're reliable as well, so you don't get hit hard. Look, I hope you are liking. Please click like if you're not. But yeah, please do click like. Right, I am going to kind of end the video now. It's been a late night one. I hope you've all enjoyed it. We've covered off all sorts of stuff as we normally do. Don't forget, you know, if you want to learn more, you've got our mastery modules, websquadron.co.uk. Go and have a look at them. But we also have our Facebook group as well, where you can continue the conversations. WordPress, Elementor, Bricks, Divi, Visual Composer if you dare it. Nice one, Ibrahim just read that. Nice one, Ibrahim. It's good to see, Ibrahim, that you're taking over the business, or, you know, you're doing what you're doing. Right, I am signing out now. Okay, everyone. It is now 11:22, and I really do need to get some sleep. Steve, I just replied to you in messages. Okay, just can you dump me a screenshot of what you're seeing or what was wrong? Because that was for I've just added you a screenshot for that product. Just double check that. Okay. Nice one, Pez. Okay, look, everyone, take care. I'm sure I'll be doing some more late night videos in the future, because obviously it's great for the American audience and the Australian audience as well. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon. I hope you like, subscribe, share, and follow. I'm Imran Web Squadron. I'm flipping tired. See you all later. Bye.